Rita Lakes.
The ArriveCan scandal is back in the news, and reports are that the two-man operation that made $11 million off the Arrive scam were running a scheme that now has officials being investigated by the RCMP. After 8 years of this Prime Minister and his NDP-Liberal government, Liberal insiders are getting rich, and Canadians are seeing that this Prime Minister just isn't worth the cost. When will this Prime Minister stop putting Liberal insiders and his friends first and start looking out for the needs of Canadians?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, we expect that all contracts issued follow the laws and regulations of this country. Any allegations of misconduct will be investigated, and Mr. Speaker, let me assure all Canadians that the government is looking forward to any results of these reviews and recommendations. But Mr. Speaker, misconduct and wrongdoing will have consequences.
The Honourable Member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rita Lakes.
Well, Mr. Speaker, you'll have to excuse us if we're not just going to take their word for it. What we want to hear from this government is that the NDP-Liberal coalition is going to vote in favour of an investigation at the Government Operations Committee so that Canadians can have transparency and answers. This $54 million boondoggle that saw insiders getting rich while Canadians are lined up at food banks is absolutely unacceptable. And now with the Mounties knocking at the door, they're saying, please just trust us and we're going to make sure all the rules were followed. They weren't followed before, and we don't trust that they're going to make sure that they were followed now. So will this out-of-touch Prime Minister have his NDP-Liberal government?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Public Safety.
No, Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we trust our law enforcement agencies, like the RCMP, to investigate any wrongdoings. We don't think that Conservative members who want to make a political clickbait out of this actually get to the bottom of any sort of wrongdoing. Mr. Speaker, we take allegations very seriously, but with that, Mr. Speaker, we're going to ensure that investigations move forward with integrity and not for Conservative political gain. But, Mr. Speaker, wrongdoing will have consequences.
I'm very interested in this new managerial guidelines for contracting. You know, I think we've seen incredible problems with the ArriveCan app and GC Strategies, of course, and we're actually seeing, I believe from the Globe and Mail article yesterday, that the web is much more complicated than that, and I'm not sure that things will change with simply some guidelines for managers, for some training. I think that the problem is much deeper than that, and I think that we have to get to the bottom of it. I mean, if we look at the allegations in the Globe and Mail article yesterday, it looks like senior officials of the government were implicated in these contracts, and I really think we have to get to the bottom of that, and I don't believe guidelines are going to solve that. So I won't comment on the groceries, but those are my thoughts on Anand's announcement. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
After 8 years of this Liberal NDP government, Liberal insiders have never had it so good, and Canadians are paying the price. We've learned that the RCMP is investigating allegations of misconduct involving 3 companies that worked on the ArriveCan app. They paint a picture of cozy relationships between this government and questionable contractors. Sweetheart deals for the Liberal insiders while Canadians struggle to make ends meet. The Prime Minister is not worth the cost. When will the Liberal government come clean on their unethical behaviour and quit lining the pockets of Liberal insiders?
L'honorable Ministre de la Justice.
Mr. Speaker, this is also my first day rising in the chamber with you in the chair, and I want to congratulate you sincerely on your appointment. Mr. Speaker, misconduct of any kind in procurement processes is never acceptable. We're aware of the RCMP's ongoing investigation into these serious allegations. To protect the integrity of the investigation, we will not be providing any further comment at this time.